over a period of time, I've learned that accumulation of small habits are actually what makes a huge difference in our lives. And so in this video, I'm sharing 15 tiny habits that can lead to huge results, and I will also share how you can adopt them in your personal life. So here is the truth, and here is the hard truth. Many people normally overestimate what they can do or what they can achieve in a week, and overly underestimate what they can achieve in a year just by showing up consistently. And that's the principle behind the book Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Small choices, small habits that are done consistently over a long period of time normally lead to massive results. And as James Clear in his book Atomic Habits mentions, he mentioned that your habits, the habits that you accrue it's like the interest that you earn on self-improvement. So I will break down this video 15 tiny actionable habits that will quietly reshape your life and change the perspective of how you view things. Some might look simple, but that's exactly the point. So let's dive right into them. Habit number 1, create more than you consume. Why is this important? Because we live in a digital era. So it's very easy to become a passive consumer. You are constantly watching videos on YouTube. You are constantly scrolling TikTok and Facebook. You are constantly watching movies on Netflix. You are constantly doing something, but you are not actually producing. But creators shape the world, whether it's by writing, whether it's by building, whether it's by inventing, whether it's by developing content, designing, recording, and so many other things that creators can do. You become a participant in the game of life, not just a spectator who constantly consumes. So Naval Ravikant says in his books Creators Gain Leverage, he says that every piece of content that you create or product that you make can work for you in forever. Look at it this way. If someone puts up a very nice video like the one you are watching, it has the ability to impact lives for so many years to come. So today, purpose to be a creator and not just a passive consumer. How could you possibly adopt this? Schedule 30 minutes a day to do something, to create something, where you are writing, you are designing, you are shooting a video, you are teaching someone something, or you are building before you start consuming on that particular day. Habit number 2 is cut ties with energy drainers. We live with different people. There are those people that will drain energy from you, and there are those people that will fuel a positive energy in you. So it's your responsibility to identify who are the people that drains energy away from you, and who are the people that fuels the positive energy inside you. And the people that you surround yourself with influence your mindset, influence your habits, influence your behavior, influence your ambition, and basically everything around you. A research done from Harvard found out that emotions, just like happiness, like sadness, spread through social networks. So if someone close to you is negative or toxic, or their mindset literally affects your psychology, it's time to cut ties. Protect your energy just the way you protect your time. Choose positive vibes, choose positivity, choose growth mindedness, choose people that build up your spirit. How could you possibly do this? Do a relationship audit and gradually distance yourself from people who drain your energy, from people who give you negative energy, and that's how you grow. Habit number 3, build a proof I can do this folder. Our brains have a negativity bias. We constantly remember things that are negative, things that critique us more than positive things, more than compliments. And so to overcome this is to keep a folder or a file in your phone or in your laptop that says, I can do this. This will constantly remind you and your mind that there are battles that you fought and won. There are struggles that you went through and came out successfully. So nothing can come in between you and your goals and basically hinder you from achieving your goals. And this helps to rewire your brain, your thinking, and your mindset, and to give you confidence, to give you the notion that everything you encounter, you can actually do this. And on very low days, on days where your energies are low, on days where things seem not to be working out, listen. This is the evidence that this folder or this will give you the motivation or the mindset to know that you have done it before and you can do it again. And also, just to add on to that, this also aligns with CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, where reinforcing positive thought patterns always strengthens self-belief and the ability to know that you can do anything that comes your way. How do you adopt this? This one is an easy one to do. Just create a folder. This can be on Google Doc or Notes and label it that I did this, whichever, any word that aligns with that, and drop in screenshots, drop in memory, drop in things that you've done on weekly basis, on daily basis, so that on those days where you don't feel like doing something, when energies are low, you can always refer to that folder and your mind will be encouraged to do whatever task is at hand. Habit number 4, say thank you every single day. In a nutshell, have a gratitude mindset. Why is this important? Because gratitude isn't just nice, it's powerful. A study by Emon and McLeod in 2003 found out that people who practice gratitude on a daily basis were 25% happier and slept better and lived a better life. So gratitude trains your mind to focus on what is working rather than what is missing, having an abundant mindset as compared to a scarcity mindset. So what is the tip here? Keep a gratitude journal. Each and every day, write things that you are grateful for. Is it your job? Write it down. Is it your business? Write it down. Is it your spouse? Down. Is it your child? Your children? Write down. Is it a proposal that went through? Write it down and be grateful for it. Writing things down on a daily basis or on a weekly basis aligns your mind, lets your mind know that you are grateful for things that you've accomplished, for the things that you have, and this nurtures a mindset of abundance and not a mindset of where you are lacking. Tip number 5, automate saving, investing, and bill repayments. Why? Humans are wired for short-term gratification. And when you automate your savings, your investing, or your bills payment, it removes your willpower from the equation. And anytime you do things with your willpower, you'll always have that struggle between, should I save this money or should I not? Should I invest or should I not? Or should I invest next time? Should I use this money to do something else? So anytime you start having that battle, struggle and push and pull within you, you'll eventually not end up doing that thing that you intended to do. A behavioral economist, Richard Tellers, in his book Nudge Theory, shows that default systems dramatically improve behavior, just like saving money. And Ramit Sethi recommends setting up automatic transfers to savings and investments the same day you are paid, so that this turns wealth building into a background habit and not something that relies on your willpower, because willpower will always fail you, unfortunately. How do you adopt this? You adopt this by setting up automatic transfers to savings accounts, to investments accounts, to bill payments, or any other thing that you have to make a payment towards. Even if it's $5 for a saving, just start small. Compound effect. Just start small, and over time you will realize that you have developed and you've acquired so much as compared to someone who just sat and didn't take any step or action. Habit number 6 is get super or hyper specific about your goals that you want to achieve. Why? This is because unclear goals, vague goals, don't drive actions. So instead of you saying a statement like, yeah, I just want to lose weight or I want to earn money, can you be specific and say that I will walk 30 minutes today starting at 7 a.m. up to 8 a.m. And psychologists call this the implementation intention. When you clearly specify what, when, and where, success rates dramatically increases. You are more likely to achieve your goals when you are specific on what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. In Atomic Habits, again, by James Clear, he explains that smaller intentional steps eliminate decision friction and activate the habit loop. And this will keep you in momentum so that you continue doing that thing that you are supposed to be doing. How do you adopt it? You adopt it by rewriting each goal to have a specific approach. For example, I will go to the gym at 8 a.m. on Monday at a particular venue. So when your goals are specific, your mind is more likely to drive you to achieve those goals other than letting your goals be vague and not specific. Habit number 7, audit your life monthly and sometimes weekly. Why? Reflections prevent autopilot living. So break your life into 3 or 4 essential bits, essential spheres. This can be health, wealth, a mindset, skill set, and even social life, relationships, and have monthly check-ins. Sometimes have weekly check-ins to see how you are doing. Are you out of balance? Are you in balance? Are you doing what you planned to do? And take specific attention, or specific action, course action, to correct something that you are not doing well before things spiral out of control. So without this habit, you risk drifting for years. And that is why in the book 12 Week a Year, it's advisable that the goals that you are setting, you need to have frequent check-ins so that you don't take a whole year planning to do something and you end up realizing in September or October that you did not do that thing, and so more or less the whole of your year is messed up. So rate each area, the things in life that you want to measure: health, wealth, relationship, skill set, and stuff. Rate them from a scale of 1 to 10 and ask yourself, what do I need to do in this particular area? Do I need to add? Where am I? Am I at a 2 or a 3 or a 4? When I'm at a 2, what do I need to do to get to a 3? What do I need to do to get to a 4? And so on and so forth. So how to adopt it? Set monthly calendar reminder titled a life audit on a particular area and reflect on your 3 key areas, those that I've mentioned: health, wealth, relationships, mindset, and skills. Habit number 8, learn one unique thing about money weekly. Financial literacy is a force multiplier. Having the knowledge about financial literacy is a game changer in any person. It doesn't matter where you are. So just learn one insight. For example, you can learn compound interest, or you can learn debt, or you can learn investing, you can learn paying off your debts, you can learn psychology of money. There's so many things that you can learn about personal finance, and this will drastically change your trajectory of money. So studies show that people with higher financial knowledge normally have got higher net worth and lower stress level as compared to their counterparts who have none. You can start by watching free content materials online. Dave Ramsey, the financial literacy speaker and educator, and read the books like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. These are great companions. These are books that you should never lack at your table to constantly be making reference to. So how do you start? Adopt, subscribe to podcasts, subscribe to YouTube channels, newsletters, and commit to one episode or one article per day or per week, just to keep you refreshed about that particular area or that particular topic in personal finance. Habit number 9, stop obsessing over people's opinions. Studies in social psychology show that people overestimate how much others notice or care about their actions. This is a phenomenon known as spotlight effect. Most people are just too caught up in their own life that they don't think about you, or they don't think about what you are doing. So stop thinking about what the society thinks about you. Do you want to start reading? Start reading. Do you want to start a YouTube channel? I battled about starting this last year when I was just starting. Then I just started. I realized that people don't care. Your workmates don't care. Your family don't care. Your neighbors do not care. So people don't care about you. So just start. Stop obsessing over people's opinions. You can't be a valuable presence if you are constantly worried about being judged. That is in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving by Mark Manson. He talks about that. So what do you need to do? So practicing exposure. Do small things that make you self-conscious and realize that no one cares so much the way you are doing. It's just actually in your mind. Habit number 10, recognize and avoid the yes trap. We are constantly trapped in the yes trap. Whenever a friend, whenever colleagues wants to ask you out, it's very easy for you to say yes. So overcommitting leads to burnout. Overcommitting leads to stress, and overcommitting leads to diluted priorities. Behavioral scientist Dr. Susan David emphasizes on the power of emotional agility. Saying no is often an act of self-leadership, an act of self-control, an act of self-awareness. So practice this line. Let me check on my priorities at this particular time. Let me check on my calendar and I'll get back to you, so that you will not constantly saying yes on everything that you are asked to do. So to adopt this, just create a default reply that says, let me check on my schedule and I'll get back to you. This enables you to buy time before saying yes impulsively to your friends asking you out. Habit number 11, invest in yourself every day. I've done a video on investing in yourself. I'll attach it either here or somewhere here. So investing in yourself is one of those investments that has multiplier effect. So investing in your skills, in your mindset, in your health, in your education are the assets that no one can take away from you. So reading, meditating, training, taking care of your health, learning, all compound, and they compound at a very fast rate. So Warren Buffett, the investor, once he said that the best investment that you can make is investing in yourself. Even 10 minutes in a day, 15 minutes in a day will compound to something like 90 hours in a year, which is a huge investment that will be able to drastically change your life, of course, in a positive manner. So how do you do this? Block 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes in a day for personal growth. And you can do this by reading books, taking courses, looking for a mentor, or just doing personal reflection on how you are doing. Habit number 12 is diversify your life and not just your finances. Your job, your income, your identity are all tied to one role. So any change becomes a crisis. So having multiple income streams, having multiple skill set, having multiple financial sources of income, they are things that helps you in the long run. In the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, he teaches how diversifying income leads to financial freedom. So don't only diversify your income, but look at other essential areas in your life and diversify them in a meaningful manner. Habit number 13, simplify your choices. There's something we refer to as decision fatigue, and it's real. Research done by a Columbian University psychologist known as Shena Leyenga and others show that currently a man, me and you, make around 35,000 decisions per day, compared to just 100 or less than 100 decisions made a century ago. So every choice, we make choices on what shall I eat, what shall I put on, what shall I drink, what shall I wear. All these things drains your energy drastically, from being a full battery up to being just zero or none. So this leads to poor decisions, this leads to procrastinations, this leads to burnout. Have you ever realized that you might fail to do a lot of work, but the moment it reaches noon, you're already tired. You're tired. This is because of decision fatigue. Because from 5 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. in the morning, you've made so many decisions that are affecting you and are making you fatigued or tired that early morning. So learn to make fewer decisions. Make the decision that you make even before you sleep will clear your mind and reduce the number of decisions that you have to make on that particular day, and therefore make you sober and be able to make better decisions on that day. So there are things that you can do before you go to sleep. So create routines or defaults for repetitive decisions like meal preps, outfits, or workouts. Prepare for them early advance so that when the day comes, you don't have to engage your mind for many activities. Habit number 14 is network with a purpose. Did you know that your next opportunity, your next job, your next mentor, your next breakthrough, your next person of influence, all of them come through networking and not a plan that you've written down? So a research done by Harvard showed that 85% of jobs are filled through networking. So intentional connections are the ones that will open doors for you. So how do you attain this? Reach out to a new person on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on bi-monthly, on bi-weekly, with their genuine compliment, question, collaboration, and you'll figure out a way. And habit number 15, the last one, guys, take imperfect action. Actions breed clarity. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel so perfect before you execute something. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule teaches that if you don't act on an instinct within 5 seconds, the brain kills that idea. So starting messy is better than never starting. So done is better than perfect. So what am I trying to say? Just begin. Commit to starting before you are ready. Whether it's launching a project, starting to write a proposal, speaking up in a meeting, making that appointment, taking someone out on a date. Start before you are ready. I've got 2 bonus habits. Number 16, ask smarter questions. Why is this so? Because your brain is a problem-solving machine. If you ask low-quality questions like, why am I failing? Or why am I not improving? Then your brain will give you low-quality answers. So instead, ask inspiring questions like, what is the opportunity here? What lessons can I learn from here? So if you ask such like questions, then your brain will give you intelligent answers. Then the very last one now, set systems. As you set goals, set systems. Goals gives you directions. Systems gives you results. If you want to write a book, your system of writing that book should be something like, I will write 500 words daily. So systems create habits, habits create identity, and identity drives lasting change. In his book, James Clear, Atomic Habits, he says that you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. So when your systems are not strong enough, when your systems are not clear and elaborate, you fall to the level of your system. So to adopt it, focus on building daily routines than reaching specific outcomes. And there you have it. Those 17 habits that can drastically change your life. Remember that results don't show up in a week, but give it 6 months when doing these small habits, and over time you'll see a compound effect. You'll see that you've read a book, you are finished. You realize that you've learned a skill, you are finished. You realize that you've started a YouTube channel, you've started a course, and it's almost to completion. So let me know in the comments, what are you starting today? What have you been doing? What are you struggling in? And what do you intend to do? And so if you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and hit the subscription button, of course. Keep watching, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching, and until next time, be blessed.